Hey, how's it going? Today I'm going to be talking about next opportunity available out there for different companies to receive funding. If it's something that yourself you understand very well, if it's something that you perhaps interested of doing in the future, but not necessarily very far future, right? These opportunities might come and go very fast. If it's an issue right now, perhaps there's gonna be different problems in the future. Just the way how things do work. I wish things would be different. Work would work different, but either way, we're gonna be looking at modeling or data solutions and what they are. Modeling and data solutions are two distinct but closely related aspects of data analytics and information technologies. I have done some research to understand some of the perhaps funding opportunities for people out there. I'm going to be covering in more detail. In the future, I have that in my diary, where the different businesses can access to one of the most powerful computers out there. You can access credits. With those credits, you can have access to those computers. I didn't even know that was possible at the time. So I'm going to be covering what's available within UK. So any business can access a very large or powerful computers. In UK, there are a number of computers, but very, very powerful. And you can have credits to access. Perhaps if you would like to run different information through those computers, if you're interested, perhaps it's something that you would like to do in the future. You have access to a lot of information and you like those information to take a look at those computers to take a look at that information. There are different companies who offer those solutions within UK, but those two companies I'm going to be covering, perhaps that's public companies. They are private companies as well. Let's begin with data solutions. Data solutions primarily focus on management, storage, and retrieval of data. They involve creating an infrastructure that allows for efficient data collection, storage, processing, and distribution. Some key components of data solutions can include databases. These are systems designed for storing and managing structural data. Examples include relationship data, i.e., there are different projects, right? For those who perhaps have built any of the databases up there, or if it's something you haven't done it but you will do in the future, I'd highly recommend to you do more research within this area, in particular, especially having access and building your own data and collecting your data somewhere securely, right? Data warehousing. This involves centralized data from various sources into a single repository for reporting and analytics. Data warehousing often employs tools like top technology companies out there who offer those solutions. I'm not looking to promote any of those, but there are solutions out there. If anything, there might be some government companies as well, not necessarily limited to private companies. Even that might be worth covering since those organizations have been funded by our tax money, and you can perhaps have access, or your business would have access to some of those solutions out there as well. Data lakes. I don't know. I don't know. Data lakes store large amounts of raw and unstructured data. They are commonly used with the big data technologies, like without promoting any of the companies, but there are data lakes. They're just collecting and storing data that you can perhaps purchase, buy. You can do whatever things you want. You perhaps it's a free market of that. Some people will get this reference. Data integration solutions help consolidate and synchronize data from various sources, ensuring data consistency and quality. If anything, I'll rephrase that and data optimization using some of the data collected based on history. They can use that to perhaps optimize the data depending on what you're looking to do, right? Depending on what kind of problem you're looking to solve. Data governance. This involves defining policies, standards, and processes for data management to ensure data quality, security, and compliance. So it's been noted, and people are beginning slowly. I wish the process would be a lot faster, but it's Wild West over there. Some people get this one reference. Data, ETL, extract, transform, load. ETL process are used to extract data from source systems, transform into usable formats, and load into destinations such as data warehousing. If anything, I'm just scraping off the top, right? This subject that I'm trying to cover within this video, I don't know, I'm in a very good mood for some reason. I've been working for a very long time. And it's Friday, I guess, but either way. Uh, uh, if you need any assistance, there are some companies out there, and those companies can provide you assistance in a way where you can have some consulting then and how to organize your data for your company that can be way of adding more value to your company. So there are companies out there. You need to read the contracts that those companies are there to offer, but some of those companies are funded by government, so we can access to again to credit. Some of those companies offer 15,000 pounds worth of credits where they can come in and help you to organize data, as well as you can access credits when it comes to using some of the government's computers, right? Very large, powerful computers. You can ask for credits on those. You can ask for credits on many things. But you need to read contracts and understand what kind of companies you would like to do business with, as well as if anything, you might just want to say hi and see what kind of services they're offering. I don't know. Again, when it comes to data security and privacy, right? What kind of data they're gonna ask access to, and how they're gonna use that data in the first place. So do your own research to understand those factors in particular, especially what kind of products, quality, and services you're looking to offer your customers in the first place. So worth mentioning and noting, right? Let's take a look at point two. The first one was data solutions. The next one would be modeling. Modeling is in the context of data analytics and mechanical learning, refers to creation of mathematical or statistical representation of real world phenomena. Models can be used for various purposes, including prediction, classification, clustering, and more. Key components of modeling include, let's cover those in more detail. Quick note, right? Some of those technology companies, do you know how much money they have made and they're making right now just because they solved this problem? Do you know how much money? A lot, a lot of money. A lot of money. It's just the way how some of the markets operate, right? So they solve this problem. In return, the market gave them access to a lot of resources. Statistical models. These models, such as linear regression or logic regression, are used to analyze relationships between variables and make predictions based on data. So not necessarily what was happening and trying to understand history of all the data. We can use that history, predict the future, and what will happen, because most of the time things tend to move in circles, right? Repeat themselves. Just the way how things can operate. So based on how many data points a lot of companies might be able to collect, they might use that to predict the future to some extent. Machine learning models. Machine learning models like decision tree, random forest, neural networks, and support vertical machines. Train on data to make predictions or classifications. They can be used for tasks like image recognition, natural language processing, and recommendation systems. All right, so interesting. Overall, from engineering standpoint of view, the way how we're looking to put all things together is very interesting. But it depends. It's double edged, right? Double edged. It's just because every time I say something like Toyota, and my phone is listening to me all the time. For some reason, I always see everywhere adverts of purchasing a car, right? So, so thanks. I don't know who is the person who put all thing together. Simulation models, these models replicate real-world processes to study their behavior or more make predictions. They are used in fields like engineering and economics, in particular to predict perhaps as well as perhaps there's a lot of use cases in the world when it comes to perhaps automation and outsourcing even some of the logistics and traveling and automation how cars can predict, right? uh, if anything, right? Mathematical models. These models use mathematical equations to represent a system. Examples include different equations used in physics and engineering. Data modeling. Data modeling focuses on designing structures and relationships of a database to support data storage and retrieval effectively. So again, there are a lot of talented people who can potentially study this number of subjects all their life. So it's very linear niche areas, and some of the people are constantly studying those areas and looking to improve those and coming up with the best way of solving the very particular problems, right? There might be some people there, if anything, never unionize, never do that, right? Because some of those companies, right, what's currently happening with auto industry. But either way, that would be pretty much cover the subject of modeling and data solutions. People out there who are interested in learning more, I have published a book. In this book, I'm sharing a lot of information, everything that is related to this hardware, your body, that we all operating in. Right? It's another way of thinking about things, especially when it comes to engineering. Everything with your body, that would be rest periods, eating, calories, everything related with food, perhaps alternatives to some of the ways how you're thinking right now. If it's some of the problems that you like to understand a little bit better, I think as well as exercise, right? Exercise routines, how you can improve that, as well as if you are just starting out, as well as if you it's something that you have done for a very long time, you would find something in this book that you definitely learn a lot from. You can find it in the description below, as well as Top Retailers has this book. In summary, data solutions primarily deal with managing data infrastructure, while modeling involves creating mathematical or computational representation of data for various purposes. Often, data solutions are prerequisite for effective data modeling, and clean, organized, and accessible data is crucial for building accurate and useful models. So if you would like to build model and if you have a lot of access to a lot of data, as I mentioned to you, and the takeaways perhaps would be having access some of those credits and trying to perhaps optimize your own operations, if anything, trying to understand where you need to begin when building those models, as well as how you could potentially your business operate when using different data or hardware if it's something that you're interested in, as well as skills. So there are people who can offer consulting services. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.